So in this video we're going to look at simplifying some algebraic expressions with fractional indices. So in number one we've got x to the power of a half times by x to the power of 1/3. So I know that with the base number being the same, this is the same as x to the power of 1/2 plus 1/3. And of course now I need to add those fractions together. So 1/2 plus 1/3. Okay, so we multiply the leading diagonal, so that's 3. Then we add on the product of the other diagonal, so 1 times 2 is 2. And then divide by 2 times 3, which is 6. And so that is 5/6. So this is x to the power of 5/6. Right, number 2. We have x to the power of 2/3 times by x to the power of minus 5/3, all square rooted. So, ignore the square root for the moment. Just focus on what's underneath the square root. So we have x to the power of 2/3 plus minus 5/3. So 2/3 take away 5/3, which is minus 3/3, which is minus 1. And we're square rooting that. Now square rooting is the same as doing to the power of a half. So this is the same as this. So here we have minus 1 times a half, so x to the power of minus a half. And that's my result for number 2. Number 3, we have the cube root of x to the power of minus 3/4 times x to the power of 4/3. So we're going to need to add together minus 3/4 and 4/3. So minus 3/4 plus 4/3. Now, that is the same as 4/3 take away 3/4. So those two things are the same. So now cross multiplying, we're going to get 4 times 4. Take away 3 times 3 over 3 times 4. 16 take away 9 is 7. And so we've got 7 over 12. So we have the cube root of x to the power of 7 over 12. And of course the cube root is the same as saying something to the power of 1/3. So we have x to the power of 7/12 to the power of 1/3. We multiply 7/12 by 1/3. We're going to get x to the power of 7 over 36. 7/12 times 1/3. So multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. Okay, right, we've got our last one now. So again, let's just do this in stages. So ignore the bracket, ignore the 2/3, ignore the denominator. Let's just focus on the numerator. We have x to the 1/2 times by x to the minus 1/3. So we're going to need to add together the indices, so 1/2 and negative 1/3, which is the same as 1/2 take away 1/3. So cross multiply, we're going to get 3 take away 2 over 6, so 1 over 6. So in the numerator we've got x to the power of 1 over 6. In the denominator we've got 5/6, and then we've got to add on minus a half. So 5/6 take away a half. Now I don't need to cross multiply for that, because that's going to be 5/6 take away 3/6, which is 2/6 or 1/3. Now I'm going to keep it as 2/6 just for ease here, because I've got a 6th there already. So I'm going to write it as x to the power of 2/6. And don't forget, that's all to the power of 2/3. So we've got x to the power of a 6th divided by x to the power of 2/6. 1/6 take away 2/6 is minus 1/6. And now I've got minus a 6th times by 2/3. Now that's going to be minus 2 over 18, which is minus 1 over 9. So x to the power of minus 1 over 9. And that is what this simplifies to.